What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now in this one we'll be taking a look at Phase 3 preparations, and what I'm personally doing to prep for Phase 3, and talking about like in general what you can do to prep for Phase 3. I'm doing this like not as a real hardcore person, but also not super casual, just being somewhere in the middle. I mean, when it comes to pre-questing, I'm not following the optimized strategy here. I'm not doing all the pre-quests that you're supposed to be doing, but I still want to share with you which quests I'm personally doing, and my whole thought process on what I'm doing in Phase 2 to prep for Phase 3. So, we already touched on pre-questing, let's talk about that real fast. So I think this is arguably one of the most important things to prep for Phase 3, because you can level it that much faster by having a full quest log full of items to hand in when the next phase comes out. Now, Addon has already confirmed this, and the video they made as well for Phase 3, that tribal troll necklaces in Hinterlands and also waste water pouches in Tanaris will not give experience, so you can't just buy those and hand in and go all the way to max level. That being said, they're not touching pre-questing, so what you should be doing here is at least have 20 quests, and complete them ahead of time. What I've personally done here is do a bunch of high level quests, plus I have all the Normrigan quests as well. Now, not all of them says complete, but that is because I have the quest items in my bank, so all of these 20 quests in my quest log, they're currently complete, and my whole thought process is doing as many quests as possible in 1 or 2 locations. So I'm playing a mage. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start in Ferolas, and then I'm gonna have my Hearthstone in Tanaris. So we start in Ferolas, we hand in the quest we have in Ferolas, that's 4 quests right here. One of them, this one right here I think it is, even gives us a follow-up to go to Donassus. Now after Ferolas, we then teleport to Donassus, being a mage. We teleport to Donassus, we hand in the follow-up quest in Donassus. While there, we also do the cloth quest, because we have a cloth quest for Mage Weave. This one gives us 3.3k experience. That being said, it will be a 50% modifier in Phase 3, so 3.3k plus 50%, that is about 5k experience from this quest as well. After Donassus, we then teleport to Ironforge, hand in all of these quests, the Normrigan quests we have, all the ones that are in Ironforge we hand in here, then we teleport to Stormwind, we hand in the Perperal Tiara, and we also hand in one more quest in Stormwind, including the cloth hand-in. While we're in Ironforge, we also hand in the cloth hand-ins over here as well, the donation of Mage Weave right here, and there's one more right here as well. In Stormwind we do the same, we teleport to Stormwind and we hand in the cloth hand-in, and also the one quest we have, the Perperal Tiara, we hand that in as well. After that, we are then going to be Hearthstoning. We're going to be Hearthstoning to Tanaris and hand in all the quests we have in Tanaris, and then we can start doing Zul'Farrak. Now, somewhere in between here, we're also going to be doing either a full Normrigan run for experience, or solo farm Scarlet Monastery, maybe even 2-man farming. Being 2 mages, farming SM together, SM Cat for example, is incredible experience. I mean, people sell that as a boost right now, and imagine doing it but only as 1 or 2 people in Phase 3. So what I'm personally probably going to be doing here is we're going to be handing in, starting from scratch again, we start with handing in Ferolas quests, we then teleport to Donassus, we hand in the follow-up and the cloth hand-in, teleport Stormwind, teleport to Nomri, teleport to Ironforge, hand in all of these quests, and then we get a teleport or a summon to Scarlet Monastery, and we farm Scarlet Monastery until level 43. At level 43, we then go and Hearthstone to Tanaris, hand in all of these quests, and try to get to level 44. At level 44, you should definitely be able to do Zul'Farrak, and if not, you can do a full Uldaman quest run, so teleporting back to Ironforge, picking up every single quest for Uldaman, and doing a full Uldaman quest run. After doing that, you can also get a follow-up from Uldaman to go back to Tanaris and hand it at the, is it called the Potence of Uldum? You basically go to, it's at the south of Tanaris, all the way down here at the Uldum, at the Gate of Uldum. You have a hefty quest line over there, but you have to do a full Uldaman quest run to get that quest. Now after doing that, we're just going to be farming Zul'Farrak, probably all the way until level 50 to be honest. It depends on where the branded new runes are from. If a lot of them come from Zul'Farrak, we're going to be farming and going for the runes. It's kind of like SM in Phase 2, but now it's Zul'Farrak instead of SM. as long as the runes are obtainable in SM, or in Sulfuric I mean. If the runes are from any other dungeon, we go and do that one as well, because we want to try to get the runes while leveling. Even if we level a little bit slower, if I can grab a rune while leveling, absolutely 100% I will. But the plan is basically to solo farm SM Cathedral or duo farm, hand in 20 quests, and then start doing Sulfuric farming. And if we can, sometime in between there, slot in a full Uldaman quest run to just get Uldaman done as well. There are some very good quests in there. Now, one quest that I don't have, which we're going to be farming before, like either today or tomorrow, it's a Shattered Necklace. This is farmable from the mobs outside Uldaman, and this one also gives you 3.3k experience, plus it has a follow-up, so you can go there right now, farm the necklace, keep the necklace in your bags, and you can hand it in for 3.3k, and a follow-up called the Lore for a Price, handing in 5 silver bars for another, I think it's another 3.3k for the follow-up as well. So including the 50% there, that is about 10,000 experience in total from these 2 quests, which you can farm once again ahead of time. So the value of PreQuesting has gone up quite a bit in Phase 3, if you ask me, compared to Phase 2, because we now have the 50% modifier at the start, so leveling will be faster, quest gives you way more experience, and that way you can actually pre-farm so much XP. If you want to take it one step further, you can also, if you haven't yet, you can buy the Strangleton Veil pages and hand those in at Phase 3 as well, like the launch, to get that quest done. And if you haven't done the Dark Riders, definitely go and do that as well. Now, touching on the Dark Riders aspect here, get the runes. Get the Phase 2 runes, like I have a couple left to get myself, I'm on 13 out of 19. The meta might be shifting at any point, so at any point in the future there might be a rune that you personally don't have at the moment that is suddenly the best rune to have. So make sure on your main to have all the runes you need, get them now while you can. Especially as a mage, there was one rune, the Spell Power rune on the feet. If you didn't farm 10 books in Phase 1, you had to farm 20 books in Phase 2. So in this case, we got punished by not doing the rune in Phase 1. I think that was the Icy Veins rune, right? So we had to do both at the same time. So save yourself some time in Phase 3 by grabbing all the runes right now in Phase 2 and doing that work ahead of time. Now, one more thing that you should definitely prepare is, first of all, professions. You can, for example, right now, buy the materials you need to get some skill points. As a tailor, you can craft black mage weave gloves for 2 bolts each. So 2 bolts of mage weave equals 1 skill point, and you can do this for about 10 to 15 skill points, giving you some very easy and very quick skill points, and you can even get a lot of the gold back by vendoring the item you craft. You can also either sell it on the auction house or disenchant it as well for even more gold. So prepare some skill points for professions, that is absolutely massive and pretty crucial. Some of these materials also goes up in price in the next phase, so buy them now while you can and just be ready for the next phase. Alchemy, same thing over there, start making some of these, get ready to make either superior healing potions, lesser stone shield potions, or just anything that you can get 10 to 15, maybe even 20 skill points at the start of the next phase. Now, one more thing to prep is gold. When it comes to gold, this is a kind of weird topic, because how much gold you need to prep, it's up to how you play. Not everyone uses consumables in raiding, but consumables will be going up in price quite a bit the next phase. They're first of all hard to get, they require more materials, and they just take more time to farm. So right now you can, for example, as a mage, raid, this one costs you 40 silver, and this one is 70, so that is like 1.1 gold per raid. And then you have the lesser wizard oil, so let's just say 1.2 gold per raid. In Phase 3, I think that will go up to between 3 and 5 gold per raid, so raiding does become more expensive if you're raiding in a guild that requires consumables, or you personally use consumables. So the more stuff you personally use, the more gold you need to have. As a benchmark, I would say have a couple hundred gold, bare minimum have 50 gold so you can buy dual spec in the next phase. That is like the one gold sink we know about that is coming, because epic mount is not until Phase 4, and we already have a mount in Phase 2. The one gold sink you definitely should be prepared for though is dual spec, which is 50 gold. So 50 gold is the benchmark, and then anything more, just base that on how you play and how much gold you personally need. For me, I would try to have about 500 gold. That should last you the entire phase, even if you're raiding quite actively. So the more you have, the better off you are. But just, yeah, think about it for yourself. How much gold do you need? And try to enter the phase with that amount of gold. That being said, farming gold also is really easy at the start of the next phase. So if you're able to level up fast, you can also farm a lot of gold really early. Now, one more thing to keep in mind, and the reason why I wanted to make this video this early and just have it ready to go, is world buffs. Make sure you enter the next phase with full world buffs. Use the Chrono Boon Displacer to like put them into that as well, so you can boon the world buffs, and try to have Spark of Inspiration, definitely, like you can get this right before the next phase comes out, or just have it whenever you can, and then just boon it until launch. That way you can have 2 hours of a massive DPS increase. That being said, we also currently have Dark Moon Fair available. This goes away on Monday morning or Sunday night, so grab it now while you can. If it goes away, like it goes away Sunday night or Monday morning basically, Phase 3 comes out on Thursday. So you won't have another Dark Moon Fair. Use the end of this one, like this weekend, grab Dark Moon Fair this weekend, and just keep it booned until the next phase comes out, if you can, and then you will have 10% damage increase at the launch as well. No matter how you're leveling, 10% damage increase is quite massive and will help you level even faster, whether you're questing, whether you're dungeon farming, no matter how you're leveling, 10% damage increase, it's pretty massive and will definitely help you out. One more thing is also to get a sleeping bag if you haven't already, and if you really want to min-max here, then pre-sleep. Like, get 3 stacks ready to go, just pre-sleep in the bag. So take your bags out of your bank and just have it ready to go, keep it with you at all times, and if you have a teammate you're leveling with, then rotate the bag, because the bag has a cooldown and it only lasts for 3 hours. It stacks up to 3 times, so it's 3%. Now if you really want to min-max this, then wait, just keep the 3 stacks up at all times. Never let it run out, because if it runs out, you have to sleep for 3 minutes. It's 1 minute per stack, but if you have 3 stacks, you only have to sleep for 1 minute to refresh those 3 stacks. So by keeping 3 stacks at all times, you save 2 minutes every single time, which might not sound like much, but definitely helps out as well. In addition to that, one final thing I'll say when it comes to prep, like, first of all, I'm going kind of not as hard on Phase 3 prep as I was on Phase 2. I would rather just go a little bit with the flow, but doing PreQuesting is huge. Getting a little bit of gold going is also huge, and having professional skill points is really good to have. One final thing, like world buffs aside and stuff like that, bring consumables. They are really nice to have. Like greater healing potions, for example, you also have greater mana potions. They will save you so many times. Maybe not just greater, but you can buy the superior ones as well. So you can go for healing potions, you can go for mana potions, even stuff like swiftness potions. Just make sure to bring consumables. I would say like bring 10 healing potions and 10 mana potions. Obviously, if you're playing a warrior or a rogue, don't bring mana potions, but if you're playing anyone who uses mana, definitely have a mana potion handy and ready to go. So superior healing potions, level 35, they're 39 silver each, and these are really nice to have and will help you out a lot, and I can almost guarantee you they will be going up in price as we get closer to the next phase launch, when people start buying this. We saw the exact same thing happen with mana potions, for example, in Phase 2. They tripled and quadrupled in price when Phase 2 came out, because suddenly a lot of people realized they wanted to have them, even while farming Scarlet Monastery. Just having that mana on the go whenever you needed mana was absolutely massive. So buy a couple of mana potions, have those ready to go as well. Now in this case, you could either buy the greater mana potions for level 31, or superior mana potions. They do require level 41 though, so be aware, but if you can just push yourself to level 41, then you can start using these, right? But for the most part, the regular greater mana potions are also good to have. I would also say, get swiftness potions, have at least one, get like 1 or 2 stacks of that as well, and just have them ready in your bags, just as a panic button, just in case, especially if you're playing on a PvP server and you don't have, if you don't have sprint. Even if you do have sprint, they're just really nice to have. It's kind of a way to either get out of PvP or get out of any dangerous scenarios really. So swiftness potions, I'm going to buy myself 1 stack of 5 here just to have them ready. So there we go. Bring consumables as well, even though it sounds weird having consumes for leveling, but if you want to level fast, it really helps out, and having those panic buttons, having a healing potion and swiftness potion really helps you out. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's my phase 3 prep. Once again, do some quests. Not everyone has Gnomeregan quests. If you don't have Gnomeregan quests, I would say focus on the southern part of Stranglethorn Vale. There's a lot of quests available in Beauty Bay, so focus on the southern part of Stranglethorn Vale if you don't have the Gnomeregan quests available. If you do have Gnomeregan quests, then those are really good to have, because they're all pretty much in one place. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Thank you so much for watching as always. If you want to make more gold in phase 3, I also have a phase 3 gold making video series planned for phase 3 where I'm covering recipes to look out for in phase 3, gold farms to do really early, more investments, things to buy, things to flip, stuff like that, just making a lot of gold in phase 3. If you want to get in on that early before it goes public, check out my gold making guide through the link down below in the pinned comment or the video description. This is a gold making guide that I've made for Classic WoW and it's gotten updated for Season of Discovery, where I'm sharing my best gold making tips and tricks and secrets, and I'm also giving you early access to all gold making videos, both investments, gold farms, everything that I'm doing about gold making here on YouTube. You will get access to those videos before they're public. That way you can make even more gold as well. So if you haven't reached your mark on the amount of gold you want to have yet in SOD, and you want to make more gold, check it out. It would really help me out if you get the guide, and I think I'll be able to help you make some gold as well, so it could be a win-win scenario. You can either check it out, once again, through the link down below, or the top right corner of the screen right now, there will be a pop-up, so you can click that one as well. Either way, that's the video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Phase 3 hype, baby.